one back from 2018. High quality field. Caleb Law won last year. He's going to have a tough job to do that again up against world 100-meter champion Fred Kerley. That performance in Eugene was phenomenal. So much pressure, so much talent, and he managed to pull off the gold medal in front of a home crowd. To withdraw from the World Championships 200 metres with an injury, and Fred Kerley said it's nice to restart on a 200. Bad end into the season, hoping to restart well. He's been pretty bold. Said he's come to Australia to run 19 seconds and 42 in the 400, which is really very ambitious. We'll have to wait a few weeks for that performance in Sydney to see what happens. But could Fred Kerley treat this crowd in Melbourne to a sub-20-second clocking? Personal best set in Nairobi in 2021, an altitude there 1976. This is Aidan Murphy. He's the Oceanic under-20 record holder with 20.41, his personal best set last year. Caleb Law won this competition last year. He's got a season's best right around his personal best, 20.4 this season. First of three men that we will see in the 100 metres in 70 minutes time is Jacob Despard. He's that new 100-metre best a few weeks ago. Rohan Browning goes in lane 3, 10.01 clocking in the heats in Tokyo. Sent ripples around the world. He was 5th in his semi-final there. Jake Doran goes in lane 2, also of Australia, 2-time Oceanic champion, won the 100 metres last year. And this is Yun Yamashita of Japan. He's in the 4x100 at the World University Games and the World Under-20s, picking up medals. That senior squad in Japan with that brilliant bronze medal back at the World Championships in Doha. And they really know how to get a baton round efficiently. So back to Fred Kerley. One of 3 men in history to have gone sub-10, sub-20 and sub-44. Wade van Niekerk, Michael Norman, the other. It's my kind of pub quiz question, never seems to come up. Fred Kerley, one of the superstars here today. You can only imagine lane 7 is what he's requested. Yamashita in 1, Doran in 2, Browning in 3, Despard in 4, and they're away. And absolutely correctly, one of the uprights there came flying out as he drove off the blocks. These men will be very, very used to this. Michael Ohizi of Great Britain in lane 8. PB a 20.71, set back in California last summer. He's going to have to do everything he can to make it, 20, 30 metres before he sees Fred Kerley looming over his shoulder. Attempt number 2 to start the men's 200 metres. Nobody disqualified. Ruled as a faulty start rather than a false start. Rohan Browning will be in his favoured event later, the 100 metres, but for now, 200 metres. What can the world 100-metre champion do here over 200? He said he wants to do the double in Budapest. A certain Noah Lyles has made the same goal for the 2023 season. Rohan Browning leading off the bend. We know he's good over 100 metres. What can he do in the last 50? Fred Kerley celebrating 30 metres out, 20.3. So Fred Kerley here for the win. Maybe not here for the fast time. I would have loved to have seen him go all the way to the line. 20.3. Showboating in the last 30 or 40 metres. Perhaps Fred Kerley hasn't had the smoothest of build-ups and was content just with the win here today in Melbourne.
Well, there's showboating and then there's celebrating 35 metres out. That was extraordinary from Kerley. He was well down in second place with 100 to go. Then he's switched into top gear for about 50 metres, eased past Browning. Browning in the yellow there in lane 3, got a fabulous start, ran a brilliant bend. Here he is, comes off the bend in those orange spikes, into the straight, marginally in the lead from Curley. Curley there works hard from about 90 metres out to 40 metres out, glancing across there, 30 metres to go, and just strides, maybe 10 strides with that right arm aloft to signify the victory. A showman and a bit of showboating from Fred Curley. Some people don't like that sort of thing, but I think this crowd will probably respond well. But for the fact may be that the Aussie Browning came through in second place and looked so strong for about 110, 120 metres of that. Curley 20.30 and a minus 0.9 wind, I think it was.
The #1 goal for 2023 for you?
Double gold.
Bring it on. Will we still see you running a 400 in the future soon?
Yeah, next week, 2 weeks. That's it.
And you're in shape for that?
Yes, you saw that.
Hey, how's your Australian accent going? You've been here for a week.
Not too good right now, so we still got work.
From the Norman family. The great Peter Norman was an incredible athlete, but also an even better humanitarian, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Presentation there for Fred Curley, receiving trophy from maybe the Peter Norman 200 metres. Peter Norman, of course, man that shared the podium at the Olympics, supporting the racial protest, well, the exhibition by the men on the podium. Fred Curley, 20.32. Rohan Browning, maybe a small personal best, 20.71. Aidan Murphy, 20.73. Fred Curley saying he's still got to work on his bend. And when he looks at look at the exploits of Noah Lyles indoors this season,